Okay, welcome back. We're going to carry on where we left off. We've just used those blending and segmenting skills and those high frequency and tricky words. So think about those words we had. We had zip, frog, wing, bus. Also have a list of those tricky words. The, I, know, to, go, into. The, I, know, to, go, into. And we also have a list of those high frequency words. Those words we'll see a lot in our books and our writing. A, dad, I, mum, big, it, at, is. Don't forget those, but we'll need to use those. I want to challenge you today to use some of your writing skills. It'll be a challenge for me as well, because I'm going to have to end up writing upside down on here. So, I'm going to try and show you how we can write a sentence using this card, the bus. We're going to talk about the bus. We're going to use some of our high frequency words and our tricky words. And I'm going to try and show you how to write a sentence on your own to start with. Parents can help with this, but I'm trying to give you some techniques to use at home. So, I'm going to think of a sentence to write about the bus. Very simple. The bus is big. The bus is big. So we've already got our tricky and high frequency words in there. The is big. So we're going to have to write 4 words. The bus is big. So I'll get my paper and a pen, and to help me, I'm going to write lines to show me how many words I need to think about. The bus is big. And at the end of our sentence, we have to remember to add something. A full stop. Let's add that in there now to remind us. So the first word, let's say our sentence again, so we're going to remember it in our head. The bus is big. The bus is big. The bus is big. So what was that first word we needed to write? The bus is big. The. Now remember, that is one of our words we were looking at earlier, the tricky words. Hopefully you can remember what they are. If not, look at the list and see if you can remember. It is the. Now for the start of your sentence, we need to remember to use a uppercase letter, a capital, because it's a very important thing to start with. So, the. If you can't remember your tricky words, do ask your mum and dad to help you for this, but try and practice looking at them round the house, those little games, try and remember them, put them in that memory of yours. The. I'm trying hard to form those letters. Upside down is a challenge, so our first word is done there though. The. What was our next word? The. What were we talking about? Don't forget that picture card. The bus. So, bus. Thinking of bus, we're going to segment that into sounds. Think how many sounds we had. Can you remember? Bus. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a go at putting those sound buttons under there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 letter sounds. Think about that first letter. Bus. What sound can you hear? Bus. Use those sound robot arms. B, a, s. B, a, s. B. Remember, starting up tall, nice, straight back, down, up halfway, and give them a big belly. B, a, s. B, a. Next sound is a. Start at the top and go down, along, up, back down, and a little down. B, a, s. Last sound, you've got it, heard it well. Bus. That's snake. So the bus. Think of our sentence, repeat it again, say it over again to remember it inside your head. The bus is big. 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 Next word is. It is one of our high frequency words. It's on your list, but it has got two sounds. So you've got to remember it's a two-letter one. Let's have a go at writing that one down. I, S. Well done, we've got that one there. Big is another one of your high frequency words, but we can sound this one out as well. So big. How many sound buttons will I need? The bus is big. B, I, G. B, I, G. I've got 3, so I'm going to put 3 sound buttons down. And then I'm going to use my segmenting, that chopping up skill, to hear those sounds. Big. The bus is big. B, I, B, I, G. B, I, G. If you can't remember how to form these letters, have a look on an alphabet wall jar, a sheet of those. I can take a photo of those and send them to you as well, so you can hear, you can see the letter shapes to match those letter sounds as well. Also, you can ask Mum and Daddy to show you. Get them to write it down in front of you, model it, and get your parents to talk about how you can start at the top, middle, the bottom, etc., where you form those letters. So now we've written our sentence. The bus is big. Top tips. Keep saying that sentence in your head. Remember that sentence. The bus is big. If you forget it, say it again and again and again.
I have to be really rude.
Okay?
Can I phone
The
I'll phone you
bus is big. 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Okay?
Cheers.
Then you do those lines and then you do those sound buttons. The bus is big. I'm going to leave that with you now, and I'm going to ask you to set up your own writing lines. You've got your lines for your words and your sound buttons. Can you do that to use a word for zip? The zip is up, maybe. Trickier one. A frog in the pond. And using the word wing. Can't think of a sentence right now for this one, but we can have a go. Maybe Mum has a big wing, as in a mummy bird. Mum has a big wing. Think of a sentence for it. Think of those digraphs in that word, that ng sound. I want to see those examples for you. Have a go. If you're not sure how to do them, ask your mummy or daddy to set it up for you. Talk you through it again and have a go at yourself. Challenge yourself to write me 1 sentence, please. I'd love to see those. Brilliant. Really good listening. Thank you very much for joining me again, and we'll try again with phonics later on. Bye.